Hey, what's going on, guys? It is 2 in the morning over here in Arizona, but let's get these picks rolling for you for the Saturday slate. So, kicking it off with Spurs Hornets. A couple things for this game. I was really leaning towards Keldon Johnson's over. Keldon Johnson vanished from this website just like he vanished from all the goddamn sports bettings. So I looked on DraftKings, FanDuel. I checked a couple. Not a single not a single line for him anymore. Whereas like 2 hours ago, it was there. So I really like that over. Literally, Keldon Johnson, if you filter it and he shoots 5 times, he hits at an 85% clip. His over. 5 times. If he shoots 10 times, he's hitting it like 92%, something ridiculous. So I really like that. So if Keldon Johnson is out, I tried to look up his status, couldn't find anything. If Keldon Johnson is out, tragic. If he's not, absolutely take that over. But I really like Keldon Johnson in that game. On top of that, for the Hornets as well, I'm also leaning towards that Brandon Miller over. So personally, Brandon Miller's been balling out. I really think he's a good pick. I'm liking this over as long as my man kind of lives in this. We'll go filter his field goals real quick. So bam, 15 and under, not looking too hot. As long as we can get about 15 shots. Bam. Doesn't seem like the highest hit line, 60%, but his usage is up just a tad bit. If we go to LaMelo's usage in minutes are down. I have this feeling that Khan, after that 34-point game, I feel like he's going to give a ton of effort. I don't see him crossing that 20-point line. So I do think that Brandon Miller is going to get a little bit extra of the points. So I'm rocking with Brandon Miller on the over for this game. Another extra little pick. Not an official pick, but just an extra one if you want it. I do like Concanaple's over for rebounds. Very rarely does he have a couple games where he goes back-to-back without crossing that line. Only twice in the season has it happened 3 games in a row. So do I expect that to happen here? Truly, no. I think coming off that last game, Spurs, yes. Wemby, very tall, long guards, big forwards. I still think he's going to want to get in there. I think he's going to get some rebounds, and I think we're going to hit that 5 mark, baby. So we're taking the Con over for rebounds. Not an official pick, but my 2 leaners are definitely that. Brandon Miller, well, we're taking Brandon Miller, but definitely that Concanapple. And if Keldon Johnson's playing, we are taking that over for Keldon Johnson. Alright, let's scroll on down. What are the big ones we got? Let's go to the Minnesota game. We're taking Bones. Scroll down to some of the role players. Bones has been playing great the last few games. 17, 7, 9, on decent shooting as well. And he gets at least 9 shots. 6 to 9 shots a game. 6 shots coming off a 3-9 game. Do I think that you can hit 2 or 3 buckets for me when I need it? Absolutely. Especially a team like Memphis. Say for some reason this game gets to a little bit of a blowout. Expect that bench to get a little bit more minutes, a little extra points. I would also really like that Jaden McDaniels line. Maybe not the 13.5, but definitely like a 10 over. I think looks pretty clean. But we're gonna take that Bones at over, baby, over 6.5. I just like that line. And then the last big main pick for today, we're going to Atlanta, Indiana. A couple things about this game, but we're taking the CJ over. I think CJ without Jalen Johnson, very small sample size. Obviously, he just got to this team. But I just have a feeling, that last game, 23 points, 9 and 19 shooting, I think CJ is going to be the man. Personally, I'm kind of torn between Nikhil and CJ. Nikhil just seems to cluster like right at the line, so close to the line. Unlike yesterday's game, for example, he had 12 in the first quarter. No doubt in my brain was he going to hit that over, and he totally didn't. But I took the under, so shout out to him. Worked out well for us. But that's my hesitation with Nikhil Alexander-Walker. I think it's just going to be one of the two, if honestly not both of them, scoring. And what's interesting enough is the Pacers, believe it or not, are supposed to be the best defensive three-point team. Does not matter for CJ. I don't think it matters whatsoever. I think he's still going to get those shots up, still going to get some looks. And if not, I think he's going to attack the rim and draw some fouls. Also, something that I'm liking, I always love Pascal. Pascal seems to do me really well. Maybe not at a 24.5 line, but when he's down to that 20.5 line all day, 21, 22, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm a little tempted to take that under. But with no Jalen Johnson, do I think that this is going to be a blowout game by any means? Probably not. Is the possibility there? Of course the possibility is there. But do I just think that that is realistic for tomorrow on a Saturday game? No. But we'll see, honestly. So Pascal, and his rebounds are too spotty for me. Honestly, I'd be happy to take the under there. No Jalen Johnson. I definitely don't like that, though, if Jalen Johnson does end up playing. Has him as questionable. This is the issue with that CJ and Nickeil Alexander-Walker pick. If Jalen Johnson plays, I definitely don't take both of them, and I definitely only take probably CJ. I think I take CJ. I think my man's balling out, feels a lot more free in the last few games. I think we're taking CJ. But as far as other picks, let's go to Pelicans. But those are the main ones. So what are the big ones? We're taking that Bones Highland at 6.5 over. We're absolutely taking Keldon Johnson. If Keldon Johnson ends up playing, take the over. Unless that line goes over 12.5, 13. If it stays at 11.5, take that dang line. On top of that, we're going with the CJ over on points. We're going with the Brandon Miller. Goodness, why can I not speak? Brandon Miller. Yeah, jeez. All right, it's 2 in the morning here. We're taking the Brandon Miller over on points as well. And then the final pick for the day, just that Con Knuckle over rebounds. So, 5 picks for you. I have a good feeling. Personally, I want to talk about this Spurs game actually real quick. Interestingly enough, if you go to Wemby stats and we filter by field goal, if we filter by 3 points, I found this pretty interesting doing some research. So actually, let's forget attempts. Let's just go 3-pointers in general. Actually, no, maybe it was this. 3 points attempts. Trying to remember exactly what the stat was. Sorry, I had the whole line that I had said. I don't remember if it was 3-point attempts or 3 points in general. But hey, whatever. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to filter out these threes. 2 for 7. I feel like the issue with Wemby is predominantly him hitting over that line is so reliant on 3-pointers. It just is. Like if Wemby shoots 2 3-pointers, makes 2 3-pointers a game, under that line 15% of the time. And that's if he makes 2. Oh, sorry, I lied. That's if he shoots 2. Excuse me on that one. So, but that's my whole point is Wemby's scoring is so reliant on the 3 points that honestly sometimes I don't trust it. I really don't. Like, I love Wemby, but my goodness, it is so hard to want to... You're 7-4, right? 7-4? Get to the basket. And like, for example, against Houston, slower pace game. Houston's naturally a little slower paced team. Got to the free throw line a ton, and that's where the points were. So we look at the night before, 2 for 10 from the 3-point line. 4 for 7 from 3-point line, still hit that under, but technically beat the closing line. The night before that, 0 for 7 from the 3. Night before that, 7 for 12, over. 4 for 9, over. So if Wemby doesn't even look at this, 5 for 6, under. 0 for 1, under. So if Wemby's not consistently hitting threes and or getting to the free throw line, because the weird coincidence on the games where he's at that 2, let's go back, where he's at that 2 3 points, and just not it. And if we go to his free throw attempts, watch. Oops. Did not want to do that. Go 10. Like, he's shooting almost 10 free throws in these games to hit that over. All right, and this one fair. But he also put up 23 shots. And that's the hard part with Wemby is what is he going to do? What is that actually going to look like? It's just too inconsistent. Plus, he's finally starting again. So just so many inconsistencies there. But points completely reliant on those threes. Also, Stephon Castle. Kind of interesting little tidbit here with Stephon. So, 8 out of 19 on his closing line when he shoots 10 to 19 shots. Check this. Oops. Psych. Let's go right back here. Bam. 10. So, if we actually go through the closing line, because his line has jumped around here, he is actually 8 out of 19. I do not like that. I do not like that whatsoever. How are you 8 for 19 on the closing line when you shoot 10 to 20 shots in a game? I just don't understand it. I get his scoring hasn't been there when we need it, and I get, like, yes, in the Rockets game the other day, who gave them the spark to come back and win the game? Stephon Castle. But do I trust Stephon Castle to consistently get out there with the guards that they have in De'Aaron Fox, the shooter that they have, or the big they have who takes up shots as well, and Victor from the outside? Like, no, I just do not. So I found that really interesting, that essentially Castle's just so hit or miss. And under 10 shots a game, good luck. Good luck. Unless he's literally shooting at almost 70% or getting to the line. It's almost a non-existent thing. So I do not like that Stephon Castle over for this game. Unless he can get into that 10-plus shot range. I'm telling you, Keldon Johnson's the way to go for this game. And even De'Aaron Fox is interesting. If you look at his... I mean, he shoots 12 to 25 shots a game. Bam. Over in 14 out of 20. 70% of the time. But if De'Aaron Fox does not, points come down almost 5%. Or almost 6 points. Jeez. Look at that. It's minus 7 points if De'Aaron Fox doesn't shoot the ball 14 times. At least. And then you have a couple outliers here, too. Whether the players either get to the line like 14, 16 from the free throw line. 4 for 5, 2 from 3 for 3, 6 for 9 from 3, 5 free throws. So it's really these outlier games. Like if we were to take out these 1, 2, we can keep those 2 in. So 2 out of 16 games essentially, if we get rid of those 2. Yeah, no, I do not like those numbers. Especially with a weird Saturday 10 a.m. game. Interesting. But like I said, I'm definitely liking that Brandon Miller over with whatever the hell they're doing with LaMelo Ball. I mean, I'm even kind of liking that underline. Like, look at this. Closing line of 16.5 for LaMelo. Like, that is just ridiculous. What is going on? What are we doing? 11 points? Who knows? Hopefully the Hornets figure it out. I know they're probably, hopefully, looking to ship him. I think he stays. I think they keep him till summer. But that is just my thoughts on the situation. But yeah, good luck out there, guys. Really, I'm honestly the big surprise for my day was the Keldon Johnson find. So I'm actually really surprised that we have no Keldon Johnson in here. But like I said, if he pops up, absolutely take that tomorrow. So, well, guys, it is 2 a.m. It's time for me to get the hell out of here. Let's go get some money today, baby. We'll have the fights on later tonight, too. So, if you want my random hot take Alex Volk by decision. Who else is fighting? I think he's going to absolutely look sharper against Diego Lopez. No doubt in my brain. But let's see. Give you some quick little... We're definitely taking the Volk decision line. And on top of that, we're going to take... I think Benoit finishes Dan Hooker. That's just my opinion. I think he finishes him. I think he takes him down. I think he subs him. Or drops him and subs him. One of the two. I think Fiziv's also going to win that. Would not be surprised if TKO, but I'm leaning towards a decision. I think he outpoints him 2-1. 29-28 decision. Tai Tuivasa's getting smoked. No way in hell is Tai Tuivasa winning that match. So, well, hey. Go get some money tomorrow, baby. Love you all. Peace.